Hey there, it's me, Crystal, and today I'm going to do an AuthorTube Newbie Tag that I saw on Megan Tennant's channel, and I will link her video tag below. So, question number one, how did you find out about AuthorTube? I found out about AuthorTube from Megan. I didn't know it was a thing, and yeah, it's exciting. Question number two, what genres do you write in? So, I'm a largely paranormal writer. I also dabble in supernatural horror and dark contemporary fantasy, and I also like to experiment with things, and so I have a couple of ideas that are like science fiction or urban fantasy crossover ideas, and I don't really know how that's gonna work, but I'm always happy to try something new, and we'll see. Question number three. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So I would say since about 2012, I've been writing in present tense, and I really like it. And point of view, I started writing in first person, I want to say 2013, but I didn't really commit to finishing anything that I was writing in first person until 2014. And so it's working out really well for me, surprisingly, because I refused to write first person for a very long time. And category. So, category is where I have problems. Technically, I'm in the new adult category, but my books are not very romancy. But my characters are all like that new adult age. So, that's where I like to write. I like to write first person, present tense, 20 something protagonists. Question number four. Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? So I am a plantser. I prefer to call myself a hybrid writer. I am a heavy brainstormer, and I do a lot of plotting, and I do an outline, but most of the time I'm making my outline up as I go, or I'm pantsing the first third of my story. It's just whatever the story needs, or whatever is going to get me through the story. And I know where I'm going. I have the end in mind, so I know what the ending is, and I will get there through a combination of pantsing, outlining, and plotting, and yeah. Question number five. Are you self-published, traditionally published, or yet to be published? So I am self-published, independently published, as of last May 10th. Question number six. What publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? So when I was growing up, I always wanted to be published by HarperCollins because I thought that's who published my favorite books, which were all by L.J. Smith. And then I found out recently that they didn't even publish those books. I can't remember who published the books, and I literally just looked a couple months ago, but it's not HarperCollins. So my publishing company is called The Narcissistic Rose. It's what I've been blogging under since 2012. The printing company that I'm using is Ingram Spark. And yeah. Question number seven. What AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? I don't know, because I don't really know what AuthorTube is yet, except I'm an author who makes YouTube videos. I'll just keep doing what I planned on doing, which is what I'm doing now. Yeah, some tags and some hauls of stuff. Yeah. Question number eight. When did you start writing? I don't know. I've been writing for a long time. I'm one of those writers who I've pretty much been writing since I could. Right. I started writing novels though when I was 12. And I started writing novels that were actually long enough to be novels right after college. So I guess I was 23. Question number 9. What was the first story you ever wrote? I don't know. I think it was the first story I can remember writing. It's called The Thanksgiving Pig. It was a picture book, and it was about this happy pig, and at the end, he's roasted and put on a plate for Thanksgiving. And I don't know when I wrote that or how old I was. The first novel I wrote is like an untitled contemporary teen romance because I was reading a lot of those at the time, and it's terrible. And I can't read it without laughing, and I love it. Question number 10. What authors have inspired your writing the most? L.J. Smith. Like, that's literally it. Like, I did start writing contemporary romancy kind of stuff, but I hated it. I hated the books, and I hated writing them. They were terrible, and I wasn't happy. And I started reading L.J. Smith in the 8th grade, and I was just like about to throw in the towel, like give up, because I'm like, I'm not having any fun. I used to love writing, now I hate it. And L.J. Smith, if you don't know, she hasn't written anything in a long time. All the Vampire Diary books that are coming out under her name, those are written by ghostwriters. So I don't really know when's the last time she wrote anything. Probably the 90s. And she writes like paranormal books, and they were so good, and they helped me like get back to my roots because I started off writing ghost stories when I was younger. And so that's definitely inspired my writing the most. I got back on track, and I loved writing again, and I have not strayed far away from paranormal and dark, crazy stuff since then. Question number 11. Do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? I do not schedule my writing sessions. I tend to sit down whenever I want to sit down if I'm at home. Obviously, if I want to write and I'm at work, like, that's not going to work. But no, I don't schedule it. I will write during the day, but I do mostly write at night, like usually after I relax and I watch some YouTube or a little bit of Netflix, and then it's like 8 or 9, and I'm like, okay, let's do some writing before I get tired. Question number 12. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? I write at my desk. It's in my living room. And on a computer. I don't have a typewriter. If I did, it would just be for decoration. And I used to write everything out by hand, like back in the early days. And I typed up some of those novels, like from high school. And it was such a tedious process that I was like, I'm never doing this again. And so the very next thing I wrote was on the computer. And I even outline on the computer. Probably the vast majority of the time. If I'm at work and I have my notebook with me, I will do some of my outline out by hand if I just get, inspired like that. But I do as much things on the computer as possible. Last question. Question number 13. What are you most looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? I don't know. I'm just excited, that it's a thing, and I can be part of the thing, and I'm excited. Yeah, so that's all for now. And in case you didn't know, I blog about writing, and then that link is below. I blog at krystalsquare.net, and the title of the blog is The Narcissistic Rose, and vlog about writing and my books, and sometimes I rant about something. So yeah, so feel free to thumbs up or subscribe or whatever. And also all like my social media stuff links are also below. So that's all. I will see you next Monday. Bye. Why do I keep having long pauses? Like, say something.